Hey all. Like many of you, I listen to a lot of gypsy jazz. And of course Django Reinhardt is the king of the hill in gypsy jazz. And a lot of people don't know, but he used 2 fingers for all of that fretwork. And if you look at pictures, you can see these other fingers are kind of scarred up and melted because he actually was injured in a fire after he started playing, and after he was already a really good player. So he had to relearn it with 2 fingers. So that got me thinking of what can you do with 2 fingers? So to do a kind of a strummer tune, if you call it that, you'd need an open tuning. So in this case it's E. And there are a lot of videos of Dave doing this song himself and other people teaching it. I'm going to do a 2-finger, or at least a 2-string arrangement of, except for the intro part. So I'm going to cheat a little bit and use 3 different fingers, but it is just the 2 strings. So I'm going to do a 2-string arrangement of this one, using the same tuning that Dave does. He does it in open E. So I'll run through it and then show you my arrangement.
Yeah, I guess we should give you another little classic, I suppose.
All right.
Okay, that's, I don't know, so it looks like some radio show studio from fairly recently. Just a two-person arrangement, no bass and drums like the the pop record version, but a pretty cool tune. The only difference between the way I'm doing it here and the way you would really do it is to add that other string. You'd cover the D string in there too. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to do the 2-string version. So I guess more of a beginner level one. So you got your open E. Make sure yours is actually in tune. So you start on the beginning is this. Right, so you start with an open. I'm going to call them by the E, A, D, G, B, not what they're tuned to, but what the string is. An open D string, and then hit those B and E. Then it's G, B, and E at 5. Just slide it up 5 to 7 on all 3, with the D string still open. Would sound a lot better with a 12 string like on the recording, but that's all I have to do. It does like I think 4 of those. Then it goes into the that's an open chord. That looks like an E7, this one. A at 2, G at 1. Bring it up 2 frets. Haven't seen you in a while. That part. So it's so that first one, and these are the shapes you're going to see throughout it. That's what is that? 9 on the low E. So now you switch to the low E. Before you were on the A string down here. Now you're on low E and G. This is E is at 9, G is at 8. Seen you in a while. Now I should note, I need to know, I'm muting the A string through all of it. Once you get done with this, so on all these chords up here, I mute the A string. So you got see you in a while, that part. That's low E and G both at 7. How have you been? Same thing, just move them down to. Have you changed your style? That first chord again. Let's go through that over the whole thing again. Again, E and G strings at 5. Change your style and everything. So and we go on a different way. We will learn that one. So that's that same 3 shape. Now we're into let's leave it alone. So let's leave it alone. Same ones you've been doing. E and G at 5 to 7. Cause we can see eye. Same thing. There ain't no good, there ain't no good guy, right? same shape as this one, but brought down to 4 on the low E and 3 on the G. So all of those are the same. There's really only 2 chord shapes in the verses and through that whole part. Forget this part. Setting aside that one and setting aside that, there's only the 2 shapes in this thing. And it's this one, where the G string is 1 fret behind the low E, and this one, where they're both in the same fret. This is the same shape as this, and this is the same shape as this. So if you can just follow along on the video of what frets I'm in, then you can see pretty clearly how to play it. It's just a question of getting the what order they're in. And the strumming is fairly simple. You want to hit virtually all the strings. You're muting the A string. After each, I guess that's the chorus. The whoa, whoa, whoa is the end of the chorus, and then it goes back to another one of these between verses. I'm going back, that was second verse, to a place that's far away. You know, that whole thing, it's the same chords all the way through to the second verse, all the way to the end. I guess the only thing that's done is they pause at the end before that last. But those are all the shapes, and really it's 2 fingers, or 2 strings. But I guess you use 3 fingers because I switched from ring finger to pointer finger on that. I suppose you could technically do it with just the 2 fingers. But anyway, that's the way I would play it, as a 2-finger Django kind of arrangement. Of course, Django would figure out a way to do, to fret 4 different strings with just 2 fingers. For the rest of us mortals, this is an alternative. Good luck.